Finally hooked into a decent fish. Is this the species that we've been after? I think this is it. Yes. What in the world is that? Oh man, that is so sad. What's going on, everybody? Nick from 618 Fishing here, and welcome back to another fishing adventure. The goal for today's episode is to catch one of the coolest species of fish in the entire world. And to do so, we're heading to a spot that is underwater for most of the year, but that is not the case for today.
When looking for adventure, don't have to tell me twice. We won't surrender. I can see it in your eyes. When looking for redemption, but to my surprise, heard it from the congregation, long way from paradise.
We have just made it to the insane fishing spot that is home to this epic species of fish. Let's not waste any time at all and toss some baits out. There's a bite. Okay, we just caught our first fish of the day. I was reeling it in to check my bait, and I did not even realize there was a fish on there. It is a tiny freshwater drum. I did not bring any fresh bait with me, so I'm gonna go ahead and keep this guy. Oh, you guys, I just spotted something super cool. Let's see if I can sneak up on him. That is awesome. Check this out, you guys. I just caught a tiny soft shell turtle. That is so cool. Let's let this little guy go. See you later, buddy. As you guys could tell, there is a ton of water flowing out there. I am targeting this slack water right up next to that current. That is where I'm hoping this species of fish is hiding.
I'm taking my chances. I have no regrets. Won't change the circumstances. I paid off all my debt.
There's a fish. Is this what we've been after? Oh, it feels pretty decent. Oh man, this guy's actually powerful. What are we hooked into? No, he's off. Oh, no. That is heartbreaking. That could have very well been the species that we were after. He came off literally at the very last second. That is so unfortunate. There we go, fish on. All right, finally caught another fish. Not the species we're targeting, but yet another freshwater drum. This guy is a whole lot bigger than that first one. See you later, buddy. I have not had much luck at this first spot, and that could be because this is one of the most heavily pressured fishing spots in my entire area. I did, however, bring a backup plan to get to some less accessible fishing spots. I've got my electric bike loaded up with a ton of fishing gear, and with this, I'll be able to fish spots that are almost never fished. I've made it down towards the end of the sandbar. Let's toss out some baits right here. Oh! Big fish, big fish. Holy cow. No, he's off. Oh no. What in the world was that? Oh man. We had our first bite from this second spot and it was massive. Unfortunately though, it escaped. Hopefully we get another chance. What in the world is that? Oh man, that is so sad. I just stumbled upon a dead dog washed up on the bank. Dang, that is so unfortunate. Oh, was not expecting to find that. Well, I have fished for as long as I possibly could. I need to go ahead and call it. Day number one did not exactly go as planned, but I am not ready to give up quite yet. We have made it back to this insane fishing spot. This time around, I brought a ton more bait. Let's target this awesome fish. All right, guys, we have a fish on here. First fish of the day. And it is a tiny channel catfish. I can't believe I was actually able to hook this guy. See you later, buddy. There's a bite. All right, fish number two is a tiny freshwater drum. Let's go ahead and keep this guy for bait. All right, guys, Sling has his bait. There we go, fish on. What are we hooked into? No way. We just caught, it looks like a hybrid bass. This dude picked up a night crawler. That is so cool. See you later, buddy. I have fished this same spot all day long, and although it's been fairly productive, I have not yet been able to catch the target species. Let's move a little bit further downstream. This spot looks very promising. Let's get some baits out there. Oh, there's a bite. Fish on. Oh, this feels decent. Finally hooked into a decent fish. Is this the species that we've been after? Please stay on. I think this is it. Yes. Oh my gosh. We finally did it, you guys. We finally caught the species of fish that we've been trying to catch for 2 whole days. A sturgeon. There are 3 species of sturgeon in my area: the shovel nose, the pallid, and the lake sturgeon. This right here is a shovel nose. It's not a giant, but they do not get very big to begin with. But what an awesome looking fish. One of the coolest looking fish in the entire world. See you later, buddy. Here is how I was finally able to catch that sturgeon. I've got these 2 3-way swivels with these J hooks where I had night crawlers rigged up, and on the very bottom was a 5-ounce piece of lead. I launched this out there as far as I could, and we finally caught one. It took 2 entire days of fishing, but we were finally able to see the target species up close, that being a sturgeon. And sturgeon are some of the coolest looking fish in the entire world. They almost look like freshwater sharks. But I am so glad we finally completed our goal of catching one, and it could not have come at a more perfect time because I need to go ahead and call it. I had a blast. If you guys enjoyed this episode, I'd really appreciate it if you left a thumbs up, possibly hit subscribe if you haven't. I'll catch you guys on the next one. That hybrid bass picked up a night crawler on a Carolina rig, which was surprising. Before we toss another rig out there, let's try tossing around this blade bait. On the very first cast, we just got snagged. Okay, let's try this again. Hopefully we do not lose this rattle trap on the first cast. And I'm sure I just jinxed it. Oh.